This is a compliance minute. Today we're going to talk about TULIP support. So TULIP, Texas Unified Licensing Information Portal. So anytime you have a communication or licensing action with the Health and Human Services Commission, you're going to do that through TULIP. Unfortunately, there are about 15,000 different providers. I don't know what the number is, but it's a whole bunch. It's nursing homes, it's ICFs, it's all kinds of different providers that also use TULIP. But it's not just licensed facilities or licensees. It also includes some different personnel licensing, so medication aides, nurse aides, nursing home administrators, and so there's all kinds of different reasons that people use TULIP. And licensing action within assisted living is just one of them. All of that adds up to TULIP is not the easiest thing to use. And unfortunately, TULIP support is just overwhelmed. Today, if you ever have a question about TULIP or if you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting, all you can do is email support. I'm going to talk at the end of this about some tips and tricks on how to make that system work. But I'm excited to share with you that TULIP just announced that they're moving away from email-only support and are putting together a call center. There will be a point in the, knock on wood, the near future where there'll be a 1-800 number that you can call. Now, honestly, TULIP support today, I think the last numbers I heard were they were getting 600 or 700 emails a day, and there were only a couple of individuals that were available to follow up with those. And so that the volume of help and the number of people to help, that's not just going to magically go away. There'll still be some issues on the queuing/backlog side, but for those of you that have sent an email off into the Ethernet and wondered whatever happened to it, at least now you'll be able to sit on hold and listen to some great tunes while you wait for some help with TULIP. So hopefully that'll help some of us that love to have that in-person support. In the meantime, or even then, one of the difficulties with TULIP is that until you submit an application, the system doesn't know what you're doing. Again, it's built to do many, many different things. And so until you hit submit, all you have is the general TULIP support. And those are not specialists. They're not assisted living specialists who know exactly what it is that you're doing. And so they deal with lots of different issues. And so the difficulty is navigating that course before you hit submit. And so a little tip/trick I would leave with you today is do whatever it takes to hit submit, because what happens is once you hit submit, it gets assigned to a licensing specialist. You now have an individual who will call you up and be like, what are you doing here? Okay, they're probably not going to call you, but they'll shoot you an email that's like, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. And you'll be like, yes, I've finally got a person. I'm not letting you go until we get this straightened out. So example, if you're doing an initial license for an assisted living facility, so you're opening up a new building, and one of the required documents in TULIP is the fire marshal's approval. Well, there are some communities that they like to do it their way, and they're not going to give a approval/a certificate of occupancy to a building that's unlicensed. So what do? It's a chicken or an egg. The state won't say yes until the fire marshal says yes, but the fire marshal's not going to say yes until the state says yes. In that particular case, you might just take a piece of paper and scan it, just a blank piece of paper. You might write on it in process and scan it and upload that PDF where the fire marshal's approval is required. It goes off to a licensing specialist, and the licensing specialist emails you and says, hey, you can't do that. We can't process this until you have the fire marshal's approval. Now there's an individual that you can have a dialogue with that says, hey, what do I do here? The city of fill in the blank won't let me go any further until they hear from you, but you, of course, won't let me go any further until you hear from them. But now there's an individual that you can talk to. Again, that's hopefully, knock on wood, that's a short-term fix, because they've heard our cries of pain. Of course, they've got their own headaches developed by the same system, but they certainly know what we're going through, and so they've come up with the solution that hopefully will be coming online. This has been a Compliance Moment with John Darby. I hope you're having a great day.